سيد المرسلين وعلى آله وصحابته أجمعين. سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم. سبحانك لا فهم لنا إلا ما فهمتنا إنك أنت الجواد الكريم. وقل رب زدني. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. ألم تر إلى الذين أوتوا نصيبا من الكتاب يؤمنون بالجبت والطاغوت ويقولون للذين كفروا هؤلاء أهدى من الذين آمنوا سبيلا أولئك الذين لعنهم الله من يلعن الله فلن تجد له نصيرا. صدق الله مولانا العظيم. So yesterday we looked into the tafsir of the people who have given a portion of the book and their belief in Egyptian Taghut, their worshipping of other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the story of Ka'b ibn Ashraf and his prostration to the two idols of Quraysh for the sake of getting political cooperation. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions that He has cursed, of course, anyone who does such, and also whoever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's curse falls upon, He will never find anyone to help him. So these are not the only people who have been cursed by Allah and His Rasul. There's the curse, which is basically al-la'na, basically means distancing from the rahmat of Allah. So if you're distanced from the rahmat of Allah, then there's only one other station, and that is the ghadab of Allah, and the anger and the punishment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There's no in between. There's no residence after death other than paradise or the fire of hell. So today we want to look into some of the other categories of individuals that the curse of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His Rasul have befallen, so that we might take heed and save ourselves from becoming among them. We also mentioned that in various sittings that the magnanimity of the sin has much to do with the magnanimity of its impact on society. And therefore the first mention is the la'na of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His Rasul on those who engage in interest, usury, which the economic system or model of the world is basically based upon. It is a blood-sucking and very opportunist proposition, whereas the wealthy continue to increase in their wealth without risk, and the poor go farther and farther into poverty with no relief whatsoever, bearing all the risk. And this brings about the destruction of society and everywhere, because money is like blood in the body. It's circulating in a healthy way, then health is granted to all parts of the body. And when the blood becomes stagnant or it becomes blocked, and the entire body is affected. So the curse of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala Rasul is on those who engage in interest, not only those who take it, but those who give it willingly, those who write it, those who witness it, everybody involved. They're all cursed by Allah and His Rasul. As a matter of fact, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala declares war, He and His Rasul, on the people who are engaged in these things. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala save us. Second group worthy of mention is the people which has now become an alternate lifestyle, the people of homosexuality. Mal'oonun man amila amila qawmi Lut. Nabi said, cursed are those people who engage in those activities of the people of the Lut alayhi salam. And of course that's mentioned very prolifically and very graphically in the Bible as well, probably even more graphically than what we have in the Quran. Although the Quran mentions not one time, not two times, many times. And now, unfortunately, because we are cut off, mankind is cut himself off from divine revelation, prophetic instruction. So what is the basis, or what brings the curse of Allah has now become an alternate lifestyle. So this is absolutely unacceptable. Save us from such things. There's other people. There's 6 groups of people who also, as mentioned in another hadith, who are also cursed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Those who rise to power. Very interesting. We see this all over the Muslim world. Those who rise to power but with force and terror. Not because the people select them, or not because they actually deserve to be there, but because they have clout. So through power and terror, they capture, the authority, and so such people, of course, are disgraced by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and deserve His la'na. Those who take things lawful which are unlawful. Those who yuhallil haram wa yuharrim al-halal. Who make what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made unlawful, make it lawful, and vice versa. Even Nabi ﷺ says, even from my progeny who does so, they also carry the curse of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So even being from the lineage of the Prophet ﷺ, just as Bani Israel are also the lineage of the Prophets. However, when they go off the track, they also fall into the curse of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us all. The people who are looking at the opposite sex with lust and desire, also this is the order of the day. This is also carrying the curse of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The very, very important, which has also become the norm of the day, Nabi ﷺ has cursed the men who imitate the women, and the women who imitate the men. So just see what's going on today and just see where we are. And these calamities which are befalling us, like the pearls dropping from the broken necklace, as mentioned in hadith that would take place, we can clearly understand what's the basis. As a matter of fact, it's very amazing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in His clemency has left the world intact. Otherwise we as a human community, are encompassing, and we are involved in all of the various sins, one of which was sufficient to bring about the destruction of former peoples. Also, Allahu Akbar, the tattooers, which is now, that's par for the course, tattoo. Those who do tattoos and those who take it. The la'na, the curse of Allah and His Rasul. Those who are changing the khalq of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Shaitan, this is mentioned in Quran, that this is the trick of shaitan. I will continue to work on them until they will actually change the creation of Allah. I was created as a man. No, I think I would like to be a woman. And no, I would like to be a man. Allah has created you. Who are you to, So that has a long discussion. In any case, all of these categories carry the curse of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So there's no alternate lifestyle, there's no psychological mubarrir, as we say. These are obscenities, and these are perversions that need to be corrected. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us all tawfiq. Even, again, Nabi ﷺ has cursed the women who fashion their eyebrows. Allah created your eyebrow in a certain way. Now you're going to recreate it, or other part. Leave it. And they used to actually even file their teeth to make them sort of more. All of these things carry the curse of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His Rasul alayhi salatu wasalam. The people who go on cursing people. Curse of Allah be on him, and la'natullah on him, and who are you cursing? We are not permitted to curse. And Nabi Sallallahu mentioned, don't curse anything of the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if you curse something which doesn't deserve that curse, what happens is the curse goes up to the sky, it finds the sky is closed, it comes back to the earth, it tries to enter the earth is closed, so it goes to the person who was cursed. If that person actually deserved it, so be it. Otherwise that curse comes back on the one who cursed. So he's not cursing anyone other than himself, and that curse befalls on him, and then the disaster, then he has no one to blame but himself. Therefore, we have to be very careful. One of our teachers in Makkah, he said, even if you never curse shaitan, you're not going to be held accountable for that. He's cursed, no doubt. Allah has cursed him, and that's sufficient. We don't need to get involved in that. We need to be involved in that we should not be cursed. That should be our line, not who is to be cursed and who is to be damned, that I should not be damned and I should be making my focal point to save myself from damnation. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us all tawfiq. Wa akhir da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.